Hello, dear students and parents. I am Anup Suraj, lecturer in English at Sita Group of Education, Mahmudabad, Sitapur. I am again ready to present my lecture based upon poetry for the preparation of intermediate final year students who will be able to appear in their coming board exam with their complete and good preparation. In this series, I am going to teach you the second poem which has been prescribed in your syllabus of intermediate final year, prescribed by and set by intermediate board, UP board. The poem is The True Beauty and composed by Thomas Carew. As you see on the board, the lines of the poem are mentioned here. I am going to tell you the poem one by one line, and after that I will explain the meaning of the poem in Hindi as well as in English also, which will be very helpful for you. As you all know that there are two questions based upon poetry. One is for explanation and another is for central idea. Explanation provides you 8 marks and central idea provides you 6 marks. Therefore, you should all be very serious and concentrate to this poem and look at the board. He that loves a rosy cheek, he that loves a rosy cheek, it means to say the person, the man who loves his beloved on the basis of her cheeks like a rose. The second line indicates her coral lip admires. It means the person who praises, who admires the lips which look like coral of his beloved, or the same person searches fuel to maintain, to drive the engine of his vehicle, which is love from the star-like of his beloved. Such type of love is temporary because these qualities are decayed, these qualities are destroyed with the cruel hands. Why I mention cruel hands? Because the time has been personified and it is said that time is a great robber, time is a great snatcher, and it snatches all the beauty, all the splendor, all the charm of his beloved. It means her cheeks, her lips, her eyes, and her physique does not remain as he used to see in the previous years or past time. This is why the intensity of his love decreases day by day, because his beloved does not remain as beautiful as she has been some years ago. The meaning of these 6 lines means the first stanza is given here in Hindi also. वह जो अपनी प्रेयसी अर्थात अपनी प्रेमिका के गुलाबी गालों से प्यार करता है अथवा उसके मूंगे रूपी होठों की प्रशंसा करता है अथवा उसकी सितारों जैसी आंखों में अपने प्रेम रूपी गाड़ी के इंजन को चलाने के लिए, गतिशील बनाए रखने के लिए ईंधन को तलाशता है, अर्थात वो अपनी प्रेमिका के शारीरिक सौंदर्य अर्थात रूप जाल पर मुग्ध हो जाता है और अपने प्रेम का आधार उसके शारीरिक सौंदर्य को मान लेता है। तो ऐसे व्यक्ति का प्रेम ज्यों-ज्यों समय बीतता जाता है त्यों-त्यों इन गुणों का क्षय होता जाता है और उस व्यक्ति का प्रेम अर्थात उसके प्रेम की तीव्रता, जिसे प्रेमाग्नि भी कहा जाता है, वो अवश्य ही घट जाती है। किंतु इसके विपरीत एज वी सी in the second stanza and the concluding stanza, but a smooth and steadfast mind. It means a smooth means balanced and steadfast means a calm and firm mind. The next line, so gentle thoughts means his beloved who is gentle by her nature, who is calm due to her desires, regarding to her desires, means if she is fully under control of him, it means she is not desirous that his lover must have some physical luxuries, that is high-fi cars, bungalow, servants, money, etc. And she is also with the mindset in which in her heart there is equal love for everyone, for everybody, means she does not make any type of discrimination or difference between the persons of the family of his lover as well as the family of her own self. Such type of love which is based upon such beauty, that is beauty of soul, beauty of mind, beauty of brain, does not decay, because these qualities are not destroyable. These are permanent, these are everlasting. This is why the love based upon real beauty is also spiritual and permanent. The poet says that if a person, whether she is a woman or he is a man, if he or she doesn't have spiritual beauty, that is beauty of soul, beauty of mind, and she has or he has lovely cheeks, coral lips or star-like eyes, then the poet doesn't like such type of person, such type of man or such type of woman. लेकिन इसके विपरीत जो प्रेमी अपनी प्रेमिका के सम अर्थात संतुलित, दृढ़ अर्थात स्थिर मस्तिष्क, सज्जनतापूर्ण विचारों, शांत इच्छाओं एवं सभी के लिए समान प्रेम से भरा हुआ हृदय आदि ऐसे वास्तविक सुंदरता के प्रतीक गुणों को आधार मानकर, अर्थात जो आध्यात्मिक गुण हैं, आध्यात्मिक सौंदर्य के प्रतीक हैं, उनको आधार मानकर अपना प्रेम करता है, अपनी प्रेमिका से प्रेम करता है, उस व्यक्ति का प्रेम वास्तविक और स्थायी होता है। क्योंकि ये गुण भी स्थायी होते हैं और वास्तविक होते हैं। जिस पुरुष अथवा स्त्री में ये गुण नहीं होते तो कभी उससे घृणा करता है, चाहे उसके गुलाबी गाल, मूंगे रूपी होठ अथवा सितारे जैसी आंखें ही क्यों न हो। It means to say, at last we can say that the person, the man who loves his beloved on the basis of her real beauty, that is beauty of soul, beauty of mind, beauty of brain, beauty of good character and conduct, such type of love does not destroy, does not decay, does not perish with the passage of time, because these qualities are permanent. Therefore his love is also permanent, it is everlasting, because the time which is powerful but not so powerful that it can kill the intensity of his love. At last, now we are going to present the central idea based upon this poem. The central idea of this poem is very important for the board exam as well as your upcoming home exams. So, students, listen and focus your ideas, your attention upon the central idea of this poem. As we have written down here, that central idea of the poem, first you should mention such type of heading. Then the poem, the true beauty is really a sweet, admirable and heart-touching poem composed by Sir Thomas Carew, who was a well-known scholar, poet and critic of his time. The poem presents the idea of Satyam Shivam Sundaram. Satyam Shivam Sundaram, I repeat, means जो सत्य है, जो कल्याणकारी है, वही सुंदरम अर्थात सुंदर है. The poet says that there is a great difference between the love based on physical beauty, that is beauty of coral lips, star-like eyes and rosy cheeks, etc., and the love based on real beauty, that is spiritual beauty, beauty of soul, brain, heart and mind, etc. Love based on real beauty is permanent love, is everlasting love. The love based on physical beauty is temporary, destroyable and perishable. It does not last long, but the love based upon spiritual beauty is permanent, long-lasting and alike. It means it remains always same, whether the beloved of a person is young or adult or growing old, but the intensity of his love does not decrease with the age of his beloved. At last, we can mention the poem is a fine lyric which is full of poetic beauty, charm and attraction, with poetic grace and standard as well. The poem is full of many figures of speech like simile, metaphor, personification, etc., which increase the charm of the poem up to great extent. Language of the poem is also superb. The ideas of this poem are heart appealing. Now, at last, we can learn the explanation of the two stanzas relating to this particular poem. The first stanza is, I am going to tell the reference. The reference of these both stanzas will be same because the poem and its composer are same. Therefore, you have to mention the reference as I am going to tell. The reference of first stanza will be alike to the second stanza. Okay? Reference, the present lines are the beautiful lines, or these lines have been taken from the poem The True Beauty, composed by Thomas Carew, who was a well-known scholar, poet and critic of English literature. The second step you have to mention, the second step is context, that is prasang. In Hindi you can know, you can see. Here the poet is going to tell us the love which is temporary, which is based on physical beauty, and the beauty of eyes, lips and cheeks, etc. third step you have to mention explanation. The poet says that the person who loves his beloved on the basis of her beautiful rosy cheeks, or beautiful coral lips, or his star-like eyes, and so many other physical qualities which are cause of attraction for him. If he considers these physical qualities to maintain the speed of his vehicle, the vehicle which is driven by some engine, and engine required some type of fuel, whether it is diesel, petrol or CNG, etc. In the same way, if a person who loves his beloved on the basis of her physical beauty and gives importance to her physical qualities, physical beauty as the fuel is required for engine, for a vehicle, then such type of love does not last long, because time is a great robber, time is a great snatcher. It robs, it snatches all the beauty, all the charm, all the attraction of such lady, and his love decreases, his love destroys. At last you can mention the notes, that is envy, nota bene. So first of all, the first note, the first line, you have to mention that ideas are very appealing. The second line will be the language is very simple, heart-touching and full of flow. And third is the good and proper use of figures of speech, metaphor. In the phrase, in the first line, a rosy cheek. In the second line, coral lips is also a fine example of metaphor. And in the third line, you can see that star-like eyes. Here use of like. The word like shows that here simile has been used in this line by the poet. And you can also notice that time has been mentioned here with capital letter. It is symbol of, it is a fine example of personification. Here time has been personified. That's all. Now look the second stanza. As I have told you already that reference will be same and context will be just contrary, just opposite. In the first stanza, the poet was going to indicate, going to tell about the temporary love, and here the poet is going to tell us about the qualities which are the base of permanent love, that is everlasting love, that is spiritual love. So this will be the context. Now look explanation. Explanation, you will mention, the poet says that a person who loves his beloved on the basis of her real beauty, that is spiritual beauty, that is beauty of soul, beauty of brain, beauty of mind, beauty of thoughts, beauty of character and beauty of conduct. So such type of love does not destroy, does not perish, does not decay with the passage of time, because these qualities are immortal, these qualities are everlasting, these qualities cannot be destroyed by the power of time. Time cannot destroy these qualities. Therefore, the love which is based upon beauty of mind, beauty of soul, beauty of character and beauty of good conduct is permanent love. The poet says that he does not like the lady whether she is very beautiful, she is full of physical attractions, if she doesn't possess good qualities like smooth and steadfast mind, gentle thoughts and calm desires, and a heart which is full of equal love for everybody. Such type of qualities are the symbol of permanent beauty, that is beauty of soul, beauty of mind. And last, you have to mention note. As I have already told you that you have to mention the two notes, two sentences same in all the stanzas. First is the ideas are very good, admirable and provoking. And second is language is very simple, phrasal and full of flow. And third, you have to mention that here some good uses of figures of speech, good uses of figures of speech like simile, metaphor, personification, etc. And fourth and last note you can add that this is a fine specimen of lyric composed by Thomas Kerr. Lyric is a kind of short poem, short song, which is very sweet and simple, very appealing. It has three main qualities. One is it is short, and second is it is limited, and third is it has some single subject or theme. That's all. In this way you can prepare your second poem, The True Beauty, and I hope that you will do your best and honestly prepare for your board exam. Thanks a lot.